it comes to extremely broken jutsu in the Naruto universe, many fans will agree that the Flying Raijin is one of the jutsu that absolutely needs to be in the top 5. Originally created by Tobirama Senju, 46 years after Tobirama would use a variation of the jutsu to kill Madara's younger brother, Izunu Uchiha, Minato Namikaze would display a master of the jutsu to the point where he would be given a do not engage order during the Third Great Ninja War. However, one request that I've gotten quite a bit on this channel is to do an explanation on what the Flying Raijin is and go in detail about it. So in today's video, we're going to take a very deep dive into the Flying Raijin, and if this video hits 1,000 likes, then I'll make a video breaking down every Flying Raijin jutsu that was ever created, and there are a lot of variations of this jutsu, so if you want to see that, make sure you smash the like button and I'll get to working on that video. So starting things off, there's a reason why the history in the Naruto universe, there have only been 5 confirmed users of the Flying Raijin. Those users are Tobirama Senju, Minato Namikaze, Genma, the very same Genma that we saw from the tuning exams when Sasuke fought against Gaara, and Genma's other 2 members who served as a part of Minato's personal bodyguard squadron. We know from the statement that Genma's team made during the Fourth Great Ninja War that there's a pretty substantial amount of chakra that's required to pull off just the basic level of the jutsu. In the war arc, it took 3 people to pull their chakra together just to pull off basic teleportation, which makes you view the way that Minato and Tobirama spammed the jutsu as being quite impressive. Now, in order for this jutsu to be used, the wielder has to lay down their jutsu formula on a target. Once the user marks a target, the person under most circumstances is marked for life. Even after the person dies, the marker never vanishes from their body. However, there are 2 known exceptions to this rule, and like Itachi said during the war arc, every jutsu has a weakness, and so this is going to be the only weakness of the Flying Raijin. So the first time where the jutsu formula can come off is when a person with the sealing formula has a biju sealed inside of their bodies, and the second time is when a biju is extracted from the bodies of the person with the marker on it. While it's never confirmed, based on this info, it's safe to assume that the massive sheer volume of chakra that a biju possesses that's being sealed into a target is going to be used in overriding the jutsu sealing formula. However, that's not to say that a Jinchuriki can never be marked by the jutsu, because Minato built his seal into Kushina's own seal so he could teleport to his wife's location at any given time. You would think a jutsu like this that allows you to teleport to any given time at any given seal that you have placed would have a limit on how many seals you can place at a given time. However, the truth to that is absolutely no. So the number of seals that can be deployed is strictly up to the user, which is why Minato spammed it using shadow clones and throwing multiple kunai around the battlefield. While the untrained eye might call this an extremely fast body flicker, which has been done in the past, and just to explain the difference, a body flicker is simply high-speed movement. However, the Flying Raijin is more than just moving at a super fast speed. A master of the Flying Raijin enters into a void that exists in the center of a space-time area. They are instantly teleported to the jutsu seal of their choice, and the distance doesn't matter, so the arrival is immediate. So, however, the Flying Raijin wouldn't be so deadly if it was just the jutsu seals you had to worry about. So think of it like this: if that was the case, if Minato threw a bunch of marked kunai around the battlefield, you could just memorize them like the Raikage attempted to do, or you could just use a massive water release to wash away all the kunai, and then you have the problem solved, right? Well, the answer is wrong. So we also know from the manga that shadow clones can be used to teleport the user, and we know this around chapters 638 to chapter 640 of the Naruto manga. We also know that anything that the user's chakra is linked to can also be used as a lightning rod of sorts to attract the user to wherever they teleport. However, there is a drawback to using this method, as shown when Minato fought against the Kyuubi. So the larger the object is, the more chakra that's going to be required to teleport the target, which is why Minato was so gassed after teleporting the entire Kyuubi, which hadn't had his chakra split in half yet, which means this was a stronger version of the Kyuubi than you actually saw Naruto using in the war. Now, another thing is that the Flying Raijin can be used to teleport other objects as well as other people without actually having to teleport the user themselves. So we saw saw this when Tobirama teleported Sasuke to Naruto after Sasuke got his Rasengan. The reason why Minato was given a do not engage order during the Third Great Ninja Wars because it was revealed in Naruto Data Book 2 that the Flying Raijin was basically a death sentence once you were marked with it. Anyone marked by the Flying Raijin can't realistically hope to fight back. The user can strike you before you're able to react, and if you run, you'll be cut down by the user. Now, if you're someone like Killer B who has extremely quick reflexes, then you might be able to fight the user off, but then the user can use it in a defensive method by simply teleporting away and spamming the jutsu in a defensive manner to wait for an opening to attack. Minato was called the Yellow Flash because the guy spammed the jutsu so much during the Third Great Ninja War that it felt like he was at every location on the battlefield, while many fans hype up Minato's mastery of the jutsu, which is very well deserved. Don't get me wrong, that's very well deserved, since even Tobirama Senju once said that on more than one occasion that Minato's mastery of the Flying Raijin far exceeds his own skill. However, that's not to say that Tobirama's a slouch with the jutsu either. I know a lot of people like to beat up on Tobirama, and when I did my Tobirama 2 power video, a lot of people in the comment section threw a lot of shade at Tobirama, so it's time to put some more respect on Tobirama's name. So underrated usage of the Flying Raijin that Tobirama was able to do was around chapter 641 of the Naruto manga. You had a moment where Tobirama as an Edo Tensei who wasn't even at full power was able to use the Flying Raijin fast enough that he directly intercepted a truth-seeking ball and teleported back to Obito, talked some trash, and did so all while the truth-seeking orb was in mid-detonation. However, that's gonna be it for my video today. So how did you guys feel about the Flying Raijin? And as a bit of a reminder, if we can hit 1,000 likes, I'll promise to make a video that goes in detail breaking down every single Flying Raijin jutsu that was ever created. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching on to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.